get to see an awesome match. And you were talking about the double up, right? And typically, it's most commonly brought out by NiP on Dust2 T side. Alu and Forest. Forest is really, really, really awesome on T side, Dust2 opping.
As you can see, Exist was tweeting us after the match, and he was saying, not as you can see, he was saying that he won that knife, and it came with that name. He has now changed the name of it to Hassan's knife. I don't know where this Hassan thing comes from, but sometimes he calls himself Hassan on Steam. Maybe you can ask him. I personally don't care. So, the knives have been done. NiP, let's see what side they will choose. Look, Exist buying the AWP in the warm-up. Okay, so NiP choosing to retain the CT side, Dan. Over to you, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, great.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
So, here we go.
I can't speak English, James. It
Yeah,
seems to be a challenge for me.
You should just stop.
I'm still drained.
We've got 3 CTs going down the long area. Let's go to long. Definitely have a look at long. Zipnix and... Okay, these guys, firstly, they need to fix their names so we can commentate this match properly. Get right. Is going to try and get some work in for his team. He's leaving Exist alone now versus 4 players. He's got one lurking as well. That's Device, who will finish off the job. Who the hell is Feels Bad Man? I can't commentate like this, Dad.
Feels bad, man. Wait, where? Oh, okay.
There's Dupree.
There's only one guy, so you could have used the process of elimination. I've heard great things about it.
Dupree's trolling.
Yeah. Okay, so NiP with the force buy, kind of. No. Just 2 players flossing up fully. And Get Right. Okay, well, Get Right as well.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
So
show me the money.
So
show me the money.
Ali and Exist have enough for an AWP, which I guess this kind of suggests that that Exist might try to purchase one and drop it to a teammate, or maybe he just wants to save for more nades. Either way is possible, but we'll have pushes all over the map from TSM, and they'll be able to take control of the bomb site, and Device is going to cut off any sort of retake opportunity. Get himself a nice little triple kill there with that AK. So, NiP now with a full save. It's so hard to win force buys on this map that I'm glad that NiP didn't commit fully with it. But I'm kind of sad that they actually tried to buy anything at all instead of just P250s. Because it's, I mean, good teams like TSM understand the game to a degree that it should be pretty damn rare for you to win around like that, even if you're as good as NiP.
So, Exist has been doing really well on the pistol so far. Indeed, it will continue there. Zipnix going down. Those were nice. Those were nice flashes into mid actually, because that would suggest on a buy round that would suggest a push through to mid to try and kill an AWPer, but it is an eco.
You know, I saw Vex Gaming double nade that position on their anti force buy and anti eco. Just 2 nades into the Noah stack. I loved actually how methodical they were, but speaking of which, we're going to get TSM with a series of methodical rounds to bringing them to 3 to the 0 of NiP. And the AWP is purchased straight away on Alu, and the lower buys that we saw previously from Exist will manifest itself in him having more grenades with that M4. So Get Right staying with the silenced M4. One thing to note, considering how the M4A4 is now more or less a better weapon, but the silencer, as a lurking kind of player, is of course very, very important.
So let's see how this goes. TSM starting to take control of the short area. They've got 2 players in mid, and of course 1 lurker towards B and 1 towards long. NiP retaining 2 people long for the time being, but they are starting to move back as TSM try to clear the CT mid area. Down goes Get Right, caught short in the B bomb site. Hello gets taken down. There's the AWP gone for NiP as the push might come in towards the A bomb site. Indeed, sorry, B bomb site, which has now been cleared. Carrigan just lurking, waiting for a player to emerge in B, but the only player left is Forest. They've been wiped out. This is scorched earth now. Yeah,
this is a nice round from TSM. We saw, of course, I mean, it was a very fast round, but they basically went for picking opportunities in middle and towards B. And they just hit the shots pretty much straight away. We saw Get Right get caught in the doors there. I think his gun showed. He was like turning around, and his gun kind of showed.
The silencer.
And yeah, and that barrel giveaway was what gave Carrigan pretty much, or Dupree. Was it Carrigan? I think it was Carrigan a Device with the AWP. A pretty easy shot to pull off, and then boom, that was it. Down 2 players. They lost positioning on B. That's the round over. So pretty unfortunate for NiP, but nice, like a high pace from TSM and good execution to win in the rounds. And I think that smart teams are tending to go with a faster pace to try to create these picking opportunities because it's so good right now for the T side.
Yeah, it was Carrigan with the AWP device, picked up the second one towards the end of that map, and then and then disposed of it once more, it seems. So, NiP with a bad start to this match. This, though, just continues to get pistol kills, but it's not enough. NiP don't have any rounds on the board just yet. They are a man down now in this eco. And we'll see how it goes. Synchronized murder there. It's Zipnix and Device taking down Get Right and Exist, leaving only Freiburg with the Deagle. Similar story to the previous map. That's a nice pot. Can he get any more? Oh, he's running out of bullets, going for the knife, but he can't get it out in time. 2 players lost for TSM. They're not going to be too concerned with that. They have lots of money in the bank.
Yeah, and the double ult comes in for NiP, but again, you know, TSM being a team that's very smart, a tip-top team, one of the best Dust2 teams that exists currently. I am very, very curious to see the kinds of styles that they now apply to Dust2 with the new patch. So here we go. We'll see Carrigan looking for a quick pick. With the timing, he won't find it. He'll get smoked away. So now TSM, they will just spread out a little bit. And it does seem to be that we're looking at a default round from them at the moment, and it is building towards that cat control. So how does that default look with the patch changed? Oh, Get Right's actually pushed close to the doors. You don't expect this usually, and there's no pop flash. Boom, there it is. That is really awesome timing and game sense from Get Right, but he can't get the second kill out of the doors. It's Dupree to get the trade, and now Freiburg is replacing Get Right, but that has weakened the A defense.
Yeah, there is an AWP, though, waiting on the A site, but there's an AWP on short. Which one is going to find the angle first? Device can go for a crouch peek here, but he's got to have his angles right. Alu, though, going to be too fast for that to work. I think the players just jumped down into CT, though. Zipnix, oh, Alu's caught looking between up and lower, and he will fall. So 2 versus 2 now. 40 seconds on the clock for these teams to play with, but Forrest is on long, and he's got the AWP, which means that the last player can't plant for long, and he's getting tagged through the box as well, having to reset his position. Forrest spotted him, however. Ooh, getting seen again and again. Cajun B's got to be wary of the second player coming close. The bomb is on the slope as well. It's almost irretrievable. Forrest so fast with that up. I'm not sure if he could see the bomb on the slope there, hence his position out in the cold, but he took the frag regardless. Sharp as a butcher's pencil today.
Yeah, it all started with that kill that Get Right got by the doors, and normally you don't expect someone to play close by the doors because in the default T rounds, it's almost just you take it for granted that the T's will throw a pop flash and entry straight away because you need to remove the possibility a player can be on the doors. So in the meta, it's kind of pointless to have a CT there, but oh my god,
in the face, baby!
The Forest push on Catwalk with that all just sitting there in an aggressive angle. That's going to pay off for NiP. Another early round pick.
This aggression from Forrest has been savage, but it's great individual play. But again, it's 5-1 in favor of TSM, so looks good. But can it deliver the goods?
I like how NiP are kind of playing a little bit of a TSM kind of style here. They're playing 4 towards A and leaving only 1 player in B. So a bit gambly, but we can see in this instance it's going to pay off.
Well, that remains to be seen. 3 people pushing long. Can NiP hold? Alu's just here on his own. He gets 1 tag onto a player, but Cajun B has moved towards blue. They're going to try and engage him with multiple people at the same time. Looks at the flames and gets flashed. I'm going to throw a flash, but that might be blocked by the corner of the wall. Freiburg's coming in for help. Carrigan's gone down. Zipnix to trade. Now there's 2 left. Cajun B finally takes Alu down, but he wasted so much time on long. Get Right going for long range P90, caught in the open. Will leave Exist alone versus 2.
Yeah, his team has done a really good job though. That's damage on long was great, and Zipnix now. That's right, Exist coming in from the back now has a really good opportunity. He takes down Zipnix as they finally spot him, and he gets the second player as well. Great stuff from Exist, but I really, really enjoyed Freiburg and Alu there on long. They had such a good amount of delay, as well as getting good damage in there to allow Exist to get such a strong rotation. They didn't even get to the bomb site, so great play on long from NiP to save that round.
So, NiP double their score. Not too far behind TSM, and that's going to be a lot of money spent for TSM. They had a good economy. We'll have to see how it looks now a little bit later on. So you can see Xyp9x going to start to look towards long. In fact, there are 3 TSM players outside long at the moment, now moving towards mid. So different approach at the beginning of this round from TSM, keeping the CTs guessing.
So there you go. There's a pop flash play into double doors. That is very typical. And you can see that TSM will get the information and then on Cage and B, and he might decide to get more information, or he could fall back. Now, do they have a Molotov for the position where Freiburg is on the double crates? Because we're seeing a lot of teams doing that now, because that position, you can force the guy out of it. It's pretty much for free, and you can get a free frag out of it. But no, they won't. Cage and B will pick up a kill, though. To get right, we get trades coming up in mid. Now as TSM just walk into B, and that contact play has resulted in everyone from NiP going down. Such an awesome series of engagements found by TSM. They know how to play against these kinds of setups.
That all fell apart so quickly in just a few sequences in a short space of time there for NiP. So TSM get back to winning ways and extend their lead, and they will crush the economy of the NiP side. We're going to go for the 4th buy, it seems. Alu, of course, saving money for the AWPs on a buy round. Exist jumps, and Exist gets tagged by the AWP, but Device gets shot down to 33 HP. So, well, never mind that. A lot of people dying here for NiP, and there's no trade frags in their favor. Get right. Oh, the bomb is in T-spawn. He could, well, he's hardly going to win a round here, probably.
He's just like, what? He's just thinking to himself, why is one here? The bomb being there kind of sucks, actually, because it means that all of the team need to go to his position, so he's never going to say this AWP in a million years. Oh, what was that? Get right, getting both kills, and this round is suddenly winnable.
Things just got real, Dan. They got very real. We're on the filthy streets now of Dust2. And Get Right is looking to cause more havoc and send more mothers home. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but Carrigan's dead now, and it's 1 versus 1. He has no idea. Xyp9x is on long. Xyp9x has an advantage for now. He's coming around the corner just as Get Right goes around the corner. There's no way he's going to clutch this. Oh my god, he was so close, Dan!
What the hell was that? What was that? The guy like just... Was it Cajun or Carrigan's like...
It looked like he was planting flowers. I don't know what animation that was.
Yeah.
I have no idea what was going on.
That was
Can you imagine
so weird.
if they had won that round? That would have been absurd.
That double shot was ridiculous. And he did so much economic damage and picked up a lot of cash in the kills. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, well, is it going to mean anything? We'll have to wait to find out. As NiP are on a full save, as they were forced to double eco. NiP, not much for them to do in this round, except be at the mercy of TSM. That said, it's a great kill from Freiburg, and Exist it's just doing damage. He has been a monster with that, the P2000. We saw it on train, we're seeing it here. But look at the onslaught of pistoling players here from NiP. Freiburg picked himself up an AWP, so they might be able to save this.
Yeah, things. I mean, the score is looking bad for NiP, but these rounds are definitely entertaining. And again, on the ecos, they are doing a hell of a lot. So Freiburg throws the AWP to Alu, and he's picked up a rifle.
I like this because they actually did so much damage the last round. There's actually a lot of value because they can buy next round anyway. So if they get some kills here, they're actually going to stop TSM from being able to buy in as many rounds as they should be able to. But it looks like they will fall back in the end. I actually do like the kind of like trading Freiburg for maybe like 2 players. That would be really cool if they could do that. But it's not going to happen. So if we check the money real quick after the bomb explodes, we're going to see that. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have been in a position where, let's say they kill 4 players here, that's 4 rebuys, that's going to have them basically ecoing after losing one. So NiP could 10-5 it from that position, something like that. But money is looking a little bit too good for TSM right now, for NiP to get a quick break on their side of things.
Well, it's another opportunity for NiP to try to catch up. Of course, TSM will be looking to continue to extend their lead. Again, 3 early lurkers for TSM towards the long area. Now, they'll mostly start to move towards mid, I think. 2 on long for NiP, with Freiburg playing in CT spawn for the time being. Just trying to have a look at what's going on. It's got Get Right coming in for support, and again, TSM will start as per usual to take the short area We'll see if they opt to go for mid afterwards. Boost, late boost coming in now from NiP. But there's only one player on short, and the bomb is in lower tunnel, so they could catch a rotation here. The device is going to get caught exposed with nobody to trade for him. So the bomb is with a second player towards the bomb site, and TSM are losing people elsewhere. Forest taking down Zipnix on long.
Here goes the entry attempt though, but Exist has a fantastic position. He'll get the first kill. The second one comes easily as well. Carrigan is the last man standing now, and he will be quickly eliminated by Alu, allowing NiP to pick up a clean round pretty much, just losing one player. And they can do a lot of damage from this position now. They can force a break onto TSM, meaning that they'll have to eco on the following round, giving NiP potentially an easy follow-up. So there's a lot to be done here for NiP still to get back into this match. And every CT round is so crucial. As we've seen post-update, every CT round is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so I think Zipnix is going for the fake there on the previous round to allow his teammates to have an easier time pushing the B bomb site. Cajun B gets punished by Get Right. Stand in the flames, run from the flames, run into the bullets. That's going to cause a fast reaction into mid from TSM and Exist. Now we'll get taken down where Get Right did previously through the B doors. So a quick evening there, but Get Right is cancelling out things, stopping the full rotation into the B bomb site. Carrigan with a great shot through the smoke there onto the jump position, so commonly used by CTs on the retake.
Yeah, Carrigan's AWPing has been such a difference for them on these entries. Oh, that's such a next level shot. Again, just crashing in, getting a quick flick there, not getting tagged by Alu. But really discouraging NiP from retaking here. They're getting quite low on HP, but Get Right's going to find himself in. Zipnix was watching it though. Very responsible. Oh, Carrigan's in again. Carrigan does so much damage with the AWP on this map.
That would have been a great time for Alu to have a decoy actually. Because if he threw a decoy down there to fake a shot and maybe Carrigan peeked thinking he had time to, then who knows how that round goes. But again, the decoys are very situational and mostly useless. So 6-round lead now for Team Solo Mid, and their chance to be broken by NiP has passed, and now NiP with the force by the Mag 7, the double FAMAS. The AWP coming out again, at least they all have armor, but they've got practically no grenades.
Trade with the AWPs here. However, Carrigan's still alive, as is Alu, although Device is now dead. But 3 players left for TSM is a pretty good situation. They also have 3 smokes, 3 Molotovs. In they go into the site. Freiburg needs to do some damage here. They're going to move in before Molotoving his position, which is going to cause a lot of damage from Freiburg's perspective. He's got himself a defensive kill, slowing down the push, allowing Alu to get himself in position on the flank. Now, TSM still need to plant the bomb, and here goes Alu. Dupree's watching it though, and he'll get the quick snap. 2-on-2. As Exist makes his way back up catwalk as well. But they feel the pressure, do TSM, to get that bomb planted now.
I think there was a bit of a gap through the smoke, but it seems to disappear. So you can see TSM a bit weary, wondering where these 2 players are. Not planting the bomb just yet. Oh, Carrigan's peeked one too many times, and Forest will punish him for going to the well once more. Putting a hole into that bucket. So Dupree versus 2 now. He's been dinked. He's been killed. He's dead. NiP with a fighting chance here, bringing it 9-4. They'll pick up an AWP as well, I imagine. They can find one. There we go. Exist grabbing the AWP.
Sick shot from Forest. That changed everything. It was very awkward for TSM there, and Dupree needed to instantly kill Exist to have a chance to win that. So well done by Exist to pick up the kill, and they will pick up the double AWP as well. NiP to go into the next 2 rounds with, and finally TSM are low on the money. And if you consider how much NiP have had to do, all the rounds that they've won have been, with buy against buy. They've never had the ability to force an eco onto TSM. So always had to win these buy versus buy rounds, which is very tough. Forest is going to get himself a very quick kill, and that's going to really alleviate pressure on this defense. But they're going to give up long in the process. But I think that is worth it in this instance.
Absolutely. Keep the man advantage, keep the team alive. But look how close TSM are to the split already. They've got 2 people up short, and Freiburg's been eliminated by the Tech 9 no less. That nade could be a meaty one. Indeed it will, but he'll still need to follow up the AWP. Flash is coming in. Alu and Forest coming with 2 frags. The bomb's down on the crossover as well. And there's a flank on short from Get Right. This is all going very well for NiP now. Down goes Cajun B on short, leaving Device versus 3.
Yeah, this is a tough spot. Here he goes, just falling back into long. He's got 55 seconds on this round, so he's just kind of faking the running back there. And he'll go back in again. Getting right in with the peek, he's going to find the frag as well. Great round from NiP once more, picking up the early frag as Forrest on the timing, and then falling back, playing it safe with his teammates. You know, Forrest has been really instrumental with the AWP shots, very high impact AWP kills. And now, it's the last round. And NiP have created a potential for a 9-6. If we think about how this started, TSM were walking all over them.
Indeed, they were. Will they continue to on this last round? There was an approach towards the B-bomb site. It has slowed for now. Forrest pushing mid-doors. Carrigan goes down. Oh,
wow.
Forrest, what a fantastic individual hold there. Looking for the ace. Last person's on short. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh my god, Forrest is an assassin, James. He's assassinating everyone. This guy is next level. I love how good he is with that AWP. You don't get to see it all the time, but when you do, on Dust 2, it's beautiful. It's
Dan,
beauty.
you sound very excited.
That was awesome. I was very impressed. And now we'll move into the next half. And it's looking a much more respectable scoreline for both sides than how the match originally started. Just pure excellence from NiP to bring themselves back in. Now it is on TSM to get a good start economically. They're going to have to go for the defense, and it's working out excellently for them. We only get one trade coming in for Exist. There we go, Geroy picking up another one, but TSM looking fantastic here. It's Exist against the world, 1 versus 3. He does have a lot of health left on him, though. And the problem is that how the hell does he get the bomb down? The only way is to get kills.
Yeah, it was a smart attempt to push the tunnel, because he has to try and get himself as many 1v1s as possible. So if he stands on the site and that flank comes in, then he's in a much worse position. Got shots in the face though, so he's dead then.
Well, you see, he's alive again now.
He is alive again now. That is how the game of Counter-Strike works. Beginning of round, everyone's alive.
Okay, so we do have a force situation. Although Alu and Forrest have only gone for P250s, which is awesome because it means that we're likely to get a double eco a Norping situation for them quite soon. And we will have a Device getting the first defensive kill, the P90, as the rest of NiP move themselves up towards that A-bomb site. Nice shot there by Freiberg, dropping down Cajun B. We have an opportunity now for NiP to plant that bomb and get that extra money, and that is definitely an awesome situation for them. There it is. Yeah, right. He's going to go down to Dupree. That P90, ever a nuisance for NiP. Freiberg is the last man standing. And
he's dead,
he is now dead. But good round from them, a kill and a bomb plant. And considering that 2 of them went for P250 save, Ali and Forrest, obviously for the AWP, that even means that they're going to be able to afford probably Kevlar and even grenades with the AWP. Ooh. Which is nice for them.
Time will tell. So, it seems Cajun B will be the scouter, with Carrigan opting for the Silence M4. So, I'm curious to see how many Silence M4s TSM will be rocking once the full buy comes in. For now, it will be double P90 and the MP9 onto Zipnix. So far, so good here on this anti-eco. 2 players down for NiP. No chance of getting a bomb plant coming anytime soon. Bombs down now. Forrest being eliminated. Exist soon to follow. A standard affair.
So now we'll have to see whether or not we can get that double AWP working for NiP. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. First of all, if we just check the spawns, we can see that they're not in any super awesome positions for like fast peaks, but Forrest will get the cross shot onto Device, and with 2 members already rushing into upper dark, we all know what that means, and it's very, very, very smart indeed for Cajun to get the incendiary there onto that position. And they did sacrifice some weapons to get the nades, and that has made the difference. But still, Freiberg goes for the entry. He is going to be rewarded with that. Dupree and Cajun B, they can't get much done in this situation. Dupree dead. TSM's Carrigan is on the flank, and TSM reclaimed the rest of the map for the 3 versus 3. And hey, with Freiberg on 1 point of health, this is possible for TSM.
Yeah, this is getting interesting now. The clock is ticking though, and Carrigan has a long way to come from T-spawn. They had good positioning. Get Right got caught in mid with 2 people coming from short, and Carrigan coming behind him. Carrigan is now at the tunnel. Cajun B going for the no-scope. Can't get a second one. Pushing through the doors. Will find out to Exist. Traded by Freiberg though, and again he is only on 1 HP. But they will manage to do it.
Really nice hold there from NiP, but it wasn't without its costs. They will not be able to purchase that double AWP setup. It is instead TSM who are going to be rocking that double AWP, so we'll have to see whether or not that's going to pay off for them. But NiP, they don't have a lot going for them in this round, despite getting that win. They had to rebuy pretty much everything.
So, 5-round deficit for the Swedish side. TSM going with 2 people on long, being flashed in by the third, if you will. And that will be secure for now. But is that a fast push down short from Zipnix? I think it might be. This could be a nasty surprise for NiP if they don't check it. Exist shows his head. Exist manages to survive. Support coming in from Alu there to get the frag. Freiberg's in looking for rotators as well. Dupree caught short now in the mid area. I think he had a nade in his hand.
Uh-oh, this is rough. This is so rough. Device is caught on the side. Nothing he can do. Just pinched from all sides. And he'll find himself at the mercy of Forest as the remainder of his team need to go for the save. Carrigan and Cajun B just chilling by long. And NiP, they know what's up. They want to eliminate the remainder of TSM. They want to get the guns out of their hands. Ali will spot Cajun B, but it cost his life for that little snippet of information. And Get Right's holding from Elevator there. So they more or less have TSM boxed in, but they need to get the kills.
You are surrounded.
They need to get the kills.
TSM be like, get to the chopper. But there's no chopper. They're alone. They've been abandoned by the forces, by the Danish forces. They'll survive for now.
That's a pretty big deal because, you know, we've all seen how saving some guns, especially in AWP, can actually allow you to win if you, with a bit of luck, a bit of fortune on your side and some creativity, allow you to win a situation like this. And that would be horrendous for NiP. Their economy is not in a spot where they can take all that many losses. This is their one opportunity to build some security on the money. So they need to take it, they need to seize that, and they're going for what looks to be like a long take. We do have 2 players there for TSM who are quite aggressive, but is it going to pan out for them?
So you can see Freiberg was playing the spawn there with the AWP and has thrown it back to more seasoned professionals. Get Right, got to hold things down close, supporting Forest there. Very good support play for the AWP or AVP if you're from Sweden. They've gone for the boost. Carrigan with the M4 is going to do the job. Alu goes down. It's going to be a bit of a warning device. Going to punish Get Right. 2 players killed in isolation, no trades. Man, a disadvantage for the Ninjas.
And that's actually how you do that boost dynamically. If you just sit there like melons, you can get capitalized on really easily. TSM found a good timing, just did it within like half a second. Boom, got the kill, fell back. That is definitely a very smart way to play it these days. And forcing NiP to a hard spot. They got 3 players left. They have some grenades. They still got 2 smokes as well, so they could set up this push from Cat onto the A-bomb site. Device is waiting though. Let's have a look and see if Device can land those shots. Gearing up for that defense. He will spot them, playing the angles, but it's Freiberg who gets the entry there for his team. Now it is going to be even worse for TSM. Dupree in his solo effort is going to go down as well. Now it's just 2 players for TSM coming in one at a time. The solo efforts aren't paying off, but can Carrigan make the difference? No! Forest is alive on 12 HP, and Cajun B hasn't got much left to say about this apart from, I'm out of here.
This is pretty interesting. There's a 4-round advantage here. And he's got 24 HP, but he had 2 versus 1 with reasonable time on the clock. Opted for the more conservative play to just run away with the AWP. But I think, you know, maybe there was a gamble to be had there, but they chose not to. They didn't want to spin to win. Holding a tight angle. Oh, he's going to get taken down regardless.
You what?
But that is, I guess his shoulder was showing. And down he will go. So, chose to save and was made to pay. TSM going for another buy now. We're seeing the Scout onto Cajun B, the P90 onto Device. They have a 3-round lead. They can play with these rounds.
Ooh, nicely done. Get Right picks up an entry frag. That's Cajun B out of the picture. As as well is going to find himself in a firefight with Alu, but he's actually going to survive that, get the kill. So now Forest needs to try to capitalize, gets the shot onto Zipnix. Can he get any more? Just going in by himself, but it's Forest. He's going to get both kills on the entry, and that is NiP in the bomb site. And this is their odds to win the round at this point are incredibly high, as Exist plants that bomb for a long. And we have already the hunt beginning from NiP. They already realized that the save is very likely, but Device's position is too devious. Too devious for Freiburg.
Nice play there by Device, just isolating the CT spawn area, but Exist finds more kills. How many kills has Exist got at the moment? He's, well, Forest is just racing ahead of everyone, but Get Right Exist not miles away. So I'd say he's doing good for us for our draft picks.
Forest the man. There we go, we actually get a nice defense. Strain the NiP economy slightly, but as we can see, they can take some hits. It's not as if they are low on the monies. And the double up purchases are going to reinforce and reaffirm that statement, as it's been working out for them. And the Forest hitting these shots. Let's see if they can get Ali on the cross shot. And it goes with Flick, does get a tag onto Device. DV's Device. And it does seem to be a pretty standard setup here from TSM. Of course, they are very lacking in the way of weapons, so they got to stick together. And we might see a boost. Okay, they're all putting their attention on middle. 4 players more or less on middle.
Wow.
Oh, that is beautiful there from Carrigan. Forrest is out of the picture, but he dropped after taking the shot, so he can't really reclaim the weapon. So that's unfortunate for TSM, but it's a start.
Yeah, this is interesting. They do have an M4 onto Dupree, who's just picked up a flashbang from somewhere as well. The bomb was towards B, but it's now rotating via T-spawn towards A, now that NiP have secured the position on short. You see Ali taking a bit of a peek there, but he will be heard by Cajun B. Got to be careful. Oh, lucky to get away with that one. Bit of a tag. Now he will just hold an angle towards the site itself, where Carrigan is lurking with that deagle, but he's not going to show himself. It could be that he's holding an angle where he will engage with NiP once they are exposed on the short area, but the push is coming in from long at the same time. 2-3 players to be found in CT spawn. Zitnix with the CZ getting all the work in, and again now Alu is exposed in the angle, but Exist is coming in. Alu taking down Carrigan as well, so this is working out for NiP. Planting for short at the moment. Just Dupree and Cajun B remaining. Dupree is close. He could get a multi-frags here if NiP are not careful. Team kill coming in, Exist taking down Get Right, but they finally managed to make that work. There are so many small things happening there. At once I could barely talk. And there we go, NiP closing the gap to 1.
Yeah, 4 ops on the map at the moment, and it's going to be Device and Cajun B this time. Of course, CSM are a cool team because they've got 3 players that are particularly expert with the AWP. Connoisseurs, that's not even a word. Connoisseurs of the AWP.
It's a word, Dan. It's just
TSM.
poorly pronounced.
And the Device, in all of its deviousness, is going to get the first kill onto Ali in mid. Very bold, actually. That moving Forest is scanning for a return, so we might have a bit of a slow round. That said, quick push there from Exist on mid. He's going to be looking for the engagement. It's actually going to take the fragment to the Device, but Trey's coming in. Freiburg is going to be in position to do so, as that is a 3-on-3 situation now for the Ninjas. And they have the bomb in middle, so they can go either way with it. But it's going to be Freiburg looking for the entry towards B that could really change the face of the round.
Yeah, but look where the bomb is. The bomb could split in either direction. Get Rice pushing as well. He's going to lose the jaw with Carrigan, and that's now it's going to be down to Freiburg. He needs to engage here. Although Forrest is moving towards long, while Freiburg is coming in through the window. So what is the play here? Freiburg looking the wrong way, gets taken down by Dupree. Now it's Forrest versus 3. We have 35 seconds on the clock. You can see Carrigan's playing the shadow angle. Forrest jumping around the corner, but never had a chance like that. So they lost 1 player and all fell apart for the Ninjas. The remaining 2 players split up in opposite directions and just got taken down 1 by 1.
The problem as well for them is that this is a very poor time to lose economic control as we are into the latter stages of this one. 13-11 already the score for TSM, and they're in a position where they could force an eco out of NiP. But that can't happen because if that does occur, then that means that TSM already have 15 rounds. So very rough situation. Freiburg's going to get flashed into middle. It's not going to really result in anything much for his team, though. But Forrest has found his way in towards B during the distraction, the smoke covering his position, the drop from Get Right. And we've got a few frags coming in for NiP right now, which could give them an in onto this round. They've got the bomb site and Exist with a backstab there. Device going down. 2 versus 3 now, as it's just Carrigan and Cajun B looking for the save.
No, well, it seems that they're going to maybe go for a fast play here if they can, although only Carrigan is close to the site. Maybe if he can get an opening, an engagement, then they'll go for it, but the time for him to do so is disappearing second by second. Forrest on 1 HP now. his turn to have the single digit, and TSM will indeed retreat. Going to take a second AWP away with them. Alu maybe going to go for a peek there, but he will not find the engagement. So, TSM going to have a one-round advantage again. That's definitely a good save going into the next round. And we've seen some rounds that are almost a mirror image, such as on Train, of the first half here. The way TSM are pushing mid and punishing NiP towards B. Now NiP doing the same thing back to them, but it's still TSM in the lead here.
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredibly pivotal round for NiP. That could change everything, because now TSM's economy has been disturbed heavily, and they don't have much to work with. That should have been a great round for them, but it's Karrigan who takes down Alu. That will definitely help them out. And of course, they cannot claim that weapon. It is very far away. There's no grappling hook or anything like that for them to deploy. No mechanical arm to grab that weapon. So
that would be a very long arm, Dan.
It would be a very well-engineered piece of technology, James.
It would need supports, I imagine, like a bridge. Have you seen those bridges that tanks can deploy and they just build themselves?
No.
Well, then maybe you should.
All right, I'll
support your argument of a mechanical arm. Anyway, NiP have 3 people on long. The rotation's coming in from TSM. They seem to have an idea as to what might be going on here. There's nobody on short for NiP. There's a lurker in Freiburg in lower tunnel, but short's firmly in the hands of Zipnix, and it's P250 with no armor. Karrigan holding down long now with the AWP. Misses Get Right though, who's going to trade for his team. Angles being held from short. That's Cajun B taking down Get Right now. Advantage TSM. Freiburg versus 3, but it's only 1 rifle to deal with. Make that 2. Dupree picking up an AK. Exists though, the bomb is down and long. Needs to go and retrieve it. They may hear him rotating from short as well. So this will be an interesting situation.
Cajun B yep, he's drawn the attention, and that's an opening for Exist. One-on-one now as he moves forwards towards long. Dupree with an AK. This has to be rather quick about this, and Dupree's going to keep himself completely unknown until the plant sound is heard. Here he goes. And this should be lights out for Exist. Dupree comes in and executes Exist to save the round for his team. But what a close round it was. A round that TSM had no right to win, just as the previous round was won by NiP in a similar fashion. And now NiP, they are the ones coming off worse because they had less rounds and their money was worse as well. So 14-12, it could very well be 16-12 unless NiP come out with another miracle.
Yeah, that was a horrible time for NiP to lose their economy, and they know that, and they've gone for the force. They're going to need to try and pick up some weapons here, get some CT kills in isolation without being traded. There is a lone CT in Zipnix in CT spawn, and there's a push coming in from the T players. You can see 2 moving through double doors now, but it's support coming for TSM. Crossfire now will emerge towards CT spawn, or that Alu has been forced to move back. So NiP is slowing down.
Yeah, we have them just gathering up on Catwalk here. So it looks like a pretty standard round. They got some quick info towards middle. They didn't really spot anything. This does encourage. I mean, it really encourages the B split, like a fast running B split, but they're going for A. Of course, this is where 3 players for TSM already are. They got a perfect setup. The AWP shots are perfect as well, and all of NiP have been laid to waste as the bomb lies precariously in the opening of that choke point. Cajun B with the next shots, and that is now Forrest on 24 HP. He's dead as Cajun B lays into him with his AWP. The weapon which dismantled the round for NiP. 15-12 match points for TSM, and they look strong because NiP have got nothing. No money.
4 Tech 9s and a Deagle, armor, and a bunch of flashbangs and the smoke. They could go for wall of smokes on short. They might go for a fast long push, but they might be facing 2, maybe 3 CT players, so that shouldn't go their way, but so far so good. Freiburg taking down Karrigan, traded by Zipnix, and that gun is not retrievable. Seems that Exist is going to push a teammate up short quickly now, and there are smokes you can throw onto the slope there to avoid the AWP position that Cajun B is holding, but they're not going to do it. Cajun B is going to get the frag onto Forest. They have to move faster. They don't have time for these smokes. Out to 2 versus 2 now. Deagle's not going to be enough to take down Dupree, who will trade with Alu, and Exist is alone. And that's going to be that. 16-12 for TSM. Get Dupree